It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's all up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? Maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Anders Carlson has his teed up, ready to get started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This fielded right at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Isaiah Rodgers. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Working out of the gun. Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go. 2nd down.
Second and 2 at the Eagles' 49-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And what a reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envision a much better game when they practiced all week. If they failed on that 3rd down play, that brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They'll They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off.
And now the rookie's free. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Now Love. Touchdown, Packers!
Romeo Doubs
From 4 yards out.
And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession.
3rd and 2.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Blue, check white, check pink.
Play action this time with Love. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a toss right to Barkley. Powers through him. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
It'll be Hurts on the option. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Throwing is Hurts. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Barkley, and Barkley did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Elliott is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing. Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Love from the gun.
Quick slant to Watson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Glove.
That's going to be caught downfield by Reed.
Touchdown, Packers!
Jaden Reed, 48 yards. And the Packers have got it back to within a score.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Here's Hurts to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, Barkley. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and they will take over.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They will run the draw with Jacobs, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Love now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They go play action with Hurts out to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. This will be caught at the 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jalen Hurts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Elliott good on the extra point. His guys will take a 10-point lead. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the set.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where... Hey, Charles, you give me water. Oh, geez. Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Packers first
Watch out
down.
now. 50 Fury. Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
He's had a ton of success here.
There quickly at the end. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
First down, going to the air with Love. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Jacobs. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
3rd and 2. Love with it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. On play action. Love to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Again, it's Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Off the play play fake Love. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, Charles, you cannot say enough about that play by their special teams. Think about it. That keeps this game at 2 possessions in the second half and really adds pressure to the opposition.
Yeah, it certainly does. It takes a lot of pressure off the offense of the team that's leading. They got a little bit more of a cushion to play with now. How about the thanks each guy was getting as they came off the field after that block? Special teams, certainly special in that situation.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. Oh, he bowls over it, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
The tackle by Quay Walker.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field this time. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah,
and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 14. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are right back in this football game. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Love looking to throw it. A short throw to Musgrave. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his 1st. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Play fake. Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
10 seconds. Yellow, black, Smith, red, blue, check.
On the hit. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Here's Love. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick-6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. He's able to force his way through 1 man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Now Love. And Watson has it right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. And they're going to speed things up here. Going back to Love. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Ready?
Throwing. Love. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Well, they run the option on 2nd down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st.
Hey, let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Elliott on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Kickoff completes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough. With that one possession down the stretch, might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.